all financial markets work the same way. You put capital in, and it's coming into Bitcoin. It then flows into the less liquid assets, and they rise more, right? It's just all markets work the same way. So it comes into Bitcoin, it pushes up the other assets. So the next phase is obviously the ETH ETF. ETH is really an interesting dynamic because the more ETH you buy, the more the supply is reduced. With about 28% locked up in bloody staking, I mean, it's going to get quite a disruly market. There's just going to be going to be very price gappy to the upside and probably the downside.
For the 2024 to 2025 bull market, Real Vision founder and CEO Raoul Pal is bullish on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and the cryptocurrency business. Pal forecasts the biggest Bitcoin and crypto bull market. Pal highlighted a fascinating crypto macro study in a recent interview. Due to crypto and macro summer, Pal said this bull market will be remarkable for crypto. The Real Vision CEO forecasts a big Bitcoin price rise. He expects Bitcoin to reach $200,000 in May and $1 million before the bull market finishes. Pal discussed his simple strategy for trading top cryptocurrencies and meme coins to maximize earnings during the bull market in a Rug Radio interview. Pal suggests more cowbell quantitative easing in the crypto bull market. Central banks must always generate additional money, as shown by the 2008 global financial crisis and their efforts to save the global economy. Thus, all major central banks now frequently conduct QE. It will happen as long as the financial system has infinite cowbell. Pal expects cryptocurrencies to grow in 2024 and beyond. Videos of Pal's interviews. Follow the channel, like this video, and enable post alerts for more. Leave comments and ideas below. Thank you and enjoy the video.
We're in crypto summer. We just started crypto summer. Crypto summer is up only. Yes, you get the 30% pullbacks that happen in your face in minutes, but that's crypto summer. This whole year should be crypto summer. Now, we're all debating whether we get a left translated cycle or a bubble cycle that goes on further than we imagine. None of us know that yet, but we're at the sweet spot. Global liquidity is picking up, should continue going forwards. Business cycles should pick up. So this is the time. This is the great time. And this is the time when ETH outperforms Bitcoin, Solana outperforms ETH. A bunch of alts will outperform Solana. So, it's obviously, it is the great opportunity. It's the big trade is now on. All financial markets work the same way. You put capital in, and it's coming into Bitcoin. It then flows into the less liquid assets, and they rise more, right? It's just all markets work the same way. So it comes into Bitcoin, it pushes up the other assets. So the next phase is obviously the ETH ETF. ETH is really an interesting dynamic because the more ETH you buy, the more the supply is reduced. With about 28% locked up in bloody staking, I mean, it's going to get quite a disruly market. There's just going to be going to be very price gappy to the upside and probably the downside. So that's going to get fun. Solana has been like the main adoption horse because it's going up the adoption curve, so it tends to outperform. So I just think you just have that perfect risk curve where Bitcoin starts the cycle well, ETH then starts to outperform. If you look at the ETH Bitcoin chart, it's basing. It looks like it should start to break higher over time. And that's pretty much what happened. When was it? About September 2020. No, it was like summer 2020. We saw the same kind of thing. So we should see that continue. And then Solana, if I look at the Solana ETH chart, it's about to break higher again. It's like this perfect little flag pattern, should keep going. So it looks as is, and as I've kind of thought all the way through. I think nothing changes. Solana is ETH of the last cycle, right? This is a proper blockchain that's getting full adoption. So this is a real thing. Firedance is the kicker. So we've got some real stuff happening here. So in terms of price targets, I mean, who the hell knows? But if we kind of replicate what ETH did last cycle, that was a 45x from the low. So you get somewhere like about $500. If I look at the other charts, I get somewhere between 500 and 1,000. And it just depends on the structure of this market. If we get a bubble cycle it'll go to 1,000. If we get some sort of left translated, it gets to 500. It's something like that. As we all know here, price targets are pretty useless, but because you need to see the structure and nature of the market when it happens. So it's all well and good us having an idea now, but we'll feel it and know it when it's happening. And I'm still trying to figure out, I'd love to hear your guys' views. So here's my odds. My odds is 60% this is kind of a normal cycle. I would say the last cycle we had wasn't. It was stunted. The last leg was stunted. We should have had another leg higher. We didn't get it. 2017 was probably more of a normal crypto cycle. It was like 2013. They get quite blow-offy top at the end. There's a full bubble cycle that could be kind of la land, which I would give 20%. I give 60% to a normal cycle and 20% to a left translated cycle.
During the discussion, Pal gives his opinion on where we are in the bull cycle, saying that even though prices are already going up a lot, it's still very early in the bull market. This is the first time that Bitcoin will hit new all-time highs before the herring. As usual, it's the post-herring rally that takes it to new highs. Now, anyone can guess how bullish Pal thinks the post-herring rally will be for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in 2024 and 2025. He says it could be a normal cycle or a blow-off top rally that will take prices well above expectations to get the full benefits of the rally. Pal is also investing in some popular meme coins, but he warns that only a reasonable portion of your overall portfolio should be in these projects.
Seen on the media side, the rush. It's not happened yet.
No.
It's the same people still. Yeah, I can see my Twitter numbers growing again because they were flatlined for a long time, but they're still not growing fast. I mean, I hit 1 million, I don't know, 4 months ago, and I'm at like 1,020,000. So we're not seeing a massive influx.
No.
So you're right. I mean, look, there's some anecdotal evidence, yes, but we're not really seeing a mass participation. And, but it is early. It's early in the cycle. We forget because, look, we were all quite lucky in getting this cycle quite right. So we feel like we've been in it all the way through. But don't forget, last cycle, most of us were buying now.
Or later.
We bought April, May, and June last time.
It was later. I got in the same time as you guys, right? Like it was later.
Yeah.
Like
but obviously the price is further this time. So it's different. So I don't know, and let's just keep an open mind. I think Michael's view is also right. I just don't think we know. So we just have to keep a very open mind, which is why I'm trying to use a probabilistic framework and just keep adjusting as we go. My setup is I'm really 95% non, just in my core positions, and then 5% of silly stuff, of which I've got some stuff that's too small I won't talk about, and then I've got whiff and I've got bonk and I got doge. So I've got the dogs, because the dogs run first. This is the perfect point for the dog cycle. So you do a bit of that for the fun of it. But I'm not very good at this part of it because you always end up and look back and you're too late into a cycle. You look back, you got this shrapnel of useless shit. I mean, if I look back at my wallet last time around, the decentralized and sandbox and all of this stuff you get stuck with from narratives that you overstayed in, that's the issue, is not overstaying in this stuff. But some of this might well do, right? Doge, stuff like that. No, it's tokenized culture now. It's folklore, right? So I don't really have an issue with it. I tell you who's been amazing at this stuff is Ansem, whatever. I don't know who he is. That Twitter account. I mean,
does he exist? Is he real? I think he was on Rec Radio.
No, he used to work for he used to work for Churning. Churning Group. I mean, what's his name? Z. I don't know what, but he's nailed it, and he understood it really clearly. And you guys have done a good job with this as well. You guys were flagging this really early, and I think to the point, Michael, is that it doesn't have value, and that's the easiest part to understand. When I get caught holding the bag, if it finishes normally and you've got PTSD, you end up selling a bit too early. That's not the worst thing. If it has a super cycle, I mean, I remember selling Bitcoin in 2017 at like 2,500 and thinking I was great. Went to 20,000. It kind of 10x'd in the next 5 months.
According to Raoul Pal, this bull run will affect many areas of the industry at once. With the approval and success of spot Bitcoin ETFs and the fairly high chance that we will get spot Ethereum ETFs by May, Pal is sure that tens of billions of dollars will continue to flow into the industry from wealthy traditional finance players looking to move some of their assets from the less stable world of fiat currency to the world of crypto. This will have immediate effects on prices as we move deeper into the bull market. What do you think of Raoul Pal's video? What's your allocation for your main portfolio in your DGen bags 95-5 like Pal's, or are you willing to take bigger risks? If you haven't already, please leave your thoughts in the area below. Also, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.